is the Financial Inclusion for Women Empowerment Conference here in Sun City. And with me, I have some delegate from eFama, a company, who they will introduce themselves. Mr. Shadrach, can you please introduce yourself?
With pleasure. The name is Shadrach Kubiane. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the eFama app, connecting farmers to buyers. Thank you.
Okay, you can see that I don't have the green with me here. Sis Pretty, can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Pretty Kubiane. I am the co-founder and the tech lead of the eFama app.
Okay, can you please tell me more, guys? What does eFama do?
At the heart of why we started eFama, farmers have been battling with access to market. So eFama exists for the sole purpose of connecting farmers to buyers. Farming is an extreme sport. You are facing climate change, you are facing input gaps, you are facing challenges on the farm itself, you are facing labor issues. The one thing that which we take off your hand is to come to the farm gate and take produce off your hand, connecting you to local markets and global markets. Our 6,000 buyers have a significant purchasing power. That's why farmers across SA and SADC, they want to wear green just like us, because green means market access, and that's what eFama stands for. Thank you.
Okay, it sounds like you're saying you're the middleman.
Yes.
There's a farmer, then there's the buyer. So if I want to sell my product, I go via you.
Yes.
Okay, so if someone is seeing this video and they're like, I have a farm and you guys have never heard about you before, how do I get access to your services?
That's incredible. We are available on we are downloadable on Android, Play Store, iOS. So whether you have an iPhone or you have an Android phone, we are available. And we are also based in Sandton. Our website, we kept it easy and non-complicated. eFama.Africa. eFama.Africa. Get in touch with us, and our screening team will help to onboard you into the ecosystem so that we can now take those produce from you, whether to local or global markets. We're looking forward to interacting.
It would be very nice to also have the link so that we put it in the bio of this video. Sis Pretty, you just gave a very nice talk there in the panel discussion. So to include those ones who are not part of this session, can you please summarize what you just shared with us?
Absolutely. So one of the key things we were discussing is financial inclusion, and how do we define that? If you put 10 farmers in the room, 7 of those are actually going to be female. But then when it comes to leadership, when it comes to decision making and where the money is actually going, you start to realize that the representation of women is starting to be very, very low. So the discussion was around of how do we make farming business to be sustainable? How do we grow farmers to a point where they can get trade finance from the bank, they can get insurance and other financial products? How do we get people that were working within the farming community and farming businesses themselves having the liberty of being able to get finance for their homes, finance for their car? Because if we are working and we are not bankable, then we're not doing a very good job. So that's what the discussion was mostly about.
Okay, and what were the key takeaways after this whole discussion?
Absolutely. So the key takeaways was around, let's not have women empowerment being like a campaign or a compliance. Let's have it being really, really practical. We must be able to demonstrate, to say, if we have, for example, a development program for women, how do we take them beyond the point of them actually ever needing women empowerment to a point where they can stand on their own? That's real empowerment.
No, that was very nice. So I can see that you guys are also empowering the other businesses. How can you guys be empowered?
Thank you. We are very fortunate to have already been walking the journey with some strategic entities that have come alongside us to make the eFama journey their journey. I'm talking about entities like ABSA, entities like Visa. They did not only award us a win in Visa She's Next, they've also gone on to support us in other strategic ways, because those that are empowering others, they themselves need to be empowered, because you need to be standing in order to pick someone up. And our journey is only beginning. Technology can be a bit of an expensive spot. That's something that as Africa we are finding out. That's why majority of the technologies we use on African soil have not been built by Africa for Africans. As eFama, as we pivot and build our technology to the next tier so that more farmers, more buyers can participate. It's something that we are grateful for. Even the delegation we got to do with ABSA and Visa to London recently, where we got to meet up to 8 government ministers from South Africa, including the Deputy President. That's where we discussed trade. And it so happens that the Deputy Minister of Agriculture, whom we met in London, is from the same town, meaning the next village next to my wife and co-founder. What a coincidence that it takes a global multinational like Visa and ABSA to connect 2 village girls. Those same entities, including our other funders and partners, are now connecting more than 2 village girls. They're helping us to connect a lot more farmers, a lot more buyers, so that the circle will be a lot bigger, so that trade can exchange hands. And without trade, there's no empowerment.
You guys are a very good example of what happens when a small business get empowered. Any last words from your side? I'll start with you, Sis Pretty.
Absolutely. So on my side, I think I'm always that voice for farmers to big business as well. Like, for example, I'll make an example. We were eating food, lots of food here. How cool would it have been if that food was actually sourced from local farmers here? Because sometimes we give a tender to a woman and then she takes the money and buy ingredients from big companies. Maybe some of that should start coming to the local farmers where the event is happening, so that everyone is empowered as we're having an event here.
Okay, from your side, Mr. Shadra.
Thank you kindly. Empowerment is a costly business. It will cost us time, it will cost us money, but we need to get involved beyond the narrative, beyond policy, even though policy is good. And we need to lift off our empowerment conversation and bring it, like my co-founder was saying, to the local communities, and not leave it there, because trade will not be significant. We are going to be exchanging coins if we keep it local only. But let's help the local communities, which is what eFama is doing, to take what they do, their hard work, to go global. And that's why our recent London trip, including our upcoming trip to Europe, is seeking to elevate those that do not have a voice and are trapped by local dynamics, to elevate them into global discussions for global trade. It will be good for a local farmer in Northwest, where we are having this discussion, to now start being paid in pounds and be paid in British pounds and dollars. eFama is that connector. We connect you to buyers, we connect you to currencies. Thank you.
It's the financial inclusion for women empowerment. I've learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to learn even more and connect with eFama.